What do you think on the UK scene?
I think low key is starting to bubble, but again, it's growing. Let me know. It's growing. It's definitely not where it was when in its earlier stages. Like I'm seeing people actually starting to get money from it and actually build something from it. So yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, like I have to agree because the reason why I was because the reason why I asked that question. Let me finish my sentences. The reason why I asked that question is because when how did you feel when you found that Stormzy was actually performing at Glastonbury? Like, is actually headlining it. Like, that's apparently that's the first ever time a black artist, let alone. Oh, correct me on this. I don't know.
There was a band that was there and it was fronted by a black woman before him. But yeah, carry on.
Black grime artist, I should say then.
Yeah.
Grime UK hip hop artist. I can't say that because it was him and Dave.
Yeah.
Him and Dave, but but the main one that was boosted around was Stormzy.
Yeah. That was big, man.
Like, what did you think of that?
That was sick. Like, I knew some of the people that were on stage, like some people singing in the choir and things like that. So I liked how, again, like he used people that we know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Your everyday people. I'm trying not to he did what similar things I would do. Like try and bring your people through and be clear about what you're here to represent, especially when you're in a space like Glastonbury, which don't really, back in the day, didn't really welcome our type of music us. Never. Let's be real.
Yeah.
So that was he smashed it. Like absolutely, he killed it. Like I have to just cut.
I personally didn't watch his performance.
Okay.
I personally I'm gonna reserve my Stormzy opinions at all because but like what he did was moment like me. I was like, oh wow, it's actually he's actually gone and done it.
Yeah.
Like and. What do you think of Dave's? What was his name? The guy that was
Alex from Glasto.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
Wow.
Bro, apparently he's gonna get a record deal now. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
In terms of barrier of entry, it's that simple now.
But let's break it down, white boy.
What, the new Eminem, the Eminem of UK?
There was you haven't seen the performance, but there was this little girl.
I've seen it.
No, I'm Stormzy's one.
Oh, okay.
There was a little girl that was dancing. I forgot what song it is. It's like, I roll deep on these. Anyway, that grime thing. She was dancing. The energy's not the same. Are you lot gonna cast her in?
This is what the person was talking about on Twitter.
Yes.
Because I actually saw that on Twitter. Yeah, like. Me and my friend were talking about this last week. Me and Theo were talking about this last week. Yeah. And literally, he was saying how great it was, like, and then I was the one that was kind of saying, that he's only gained that Vim because he's white. And I brought in that example, but I didn't know that was Stormzy's one.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, on Twitter, what I was seeing was exactly as you said, because he was white.
Yeah.
He was getting, he was being more accepted. Like, even peers. Big man peers, Big man peers.
Loving it.
My guy.
Good morning, Brit. Loving it.
My guy,
Loving
My
it.
guy was telling people, that people shouldn't be grime artists. People shouldn't be UK art. It's a dangerous style of music and they should be banned, right?
No.
Apologies if I'm paraphrasing. I'm not quoting you properly. I'm paraphrasing here. I don't know what disclaimer is needed if needed. But literally, this guy a year ago. But this white guy. Goes on TV.
Yeah.
Good Morning Britain. And then he says, more kids should be like you.
And let's just...
The minute, this wasn't my idea,
Yeah.
But this wasn't me that was saying it. But she highlighted it, and I remembered that. I literally, I remember the clip that I was like, oh yeah, this is actually because I was happy for the guy genuinely before I saw all this because there's always two sides to everything.
Yeah, of course.
One is you're gonna have the adoring fans. Second is you're gonna have people that are happy for it, but there'll be more. And but on this one, it's not one of those ones where people are just outraged about anything. Like for example, the Chris Brown situation, which we'll talk about.
I don't
later.
know much about that, to be fair.
You don't know, like basically people were outraged over a lyric about him saying he only messes with the black girls that have nice hair.
Okay,
nice hair. Like, but that's later. Like,
we will get to that.
But obviously, I personally thought that was a reach. I personally thought that was a bit of a reach of it, like, you know, like. But then you have that, and then you have the ones that are justified. Like, I'm talking this one.
It's right in front of you.
Yeah, this one, like, how on earth could Piers turn around and say more? You were asking for the same music to be banned a year ago.
Yeah. And I'm surely. So the song that he rapped, was AJ Tracy featured on it?
I think it was. No, he wasn't Funky Friday. He wasn't Funky Friday.
Oh, wasn't that one?
I think it was. Wait, that's not even AJ Tracy. That's Fredo, isn't it? That's Fredo.
Yeah, Funky Friday.
That's Fredo. My bad. I think it was Thiago Silva.
That's
was that the one with AJ?
Yeah.
It is the one with AJ Tracy.
So
my bad,
AJ Tracy went. I forgot what show it was. I don't know if it was Good Morning Britain. Nah, I think it was Channel 4. It was Channel 4, and they were good. This one was like, so isn't the music a bit dangerous? Like, she was proper like gaslighting him, and obviously he's just given. He wasn't getting booed, but he handled it as well as he could. And then you got Alex from Glasto. Yeah, everything's all positive, but then it comes down to just us being demonized anyway. We're black, or automatically it's negative. Like, you guys, you just don't understand our world. Maybe if you actually heard us out. I think it goes to that, especially with this music stuff. Like, first of all, some of them are convinced it's not real music anyway because it doesn't use real instruments, or we're just talking about knives and things. Yeah. But this is people's reality. I'm not a grime artist, but if I can resonate to maybe someone's story, then it is we're still telling stories. It's just different, maybe instrumental or whatever. Yeah. So, yeah, again, I'm not. I'd like to say I'm surprised that this happened, but I'm not. So.
I was going to say before I really interrupted you. I was actually going to say I don't think they want to understand because they just I don't know. I think it's a kind of a old mindset, like a dogged mindset of something that we were not. Like, you know those ones like let's say that you're back on the plantation, right? And they're whipping you hard, and then you react. That's us
I feel like that's what they're waiting for.
Yeah. That's where they're.
Then it's like, why are you so angry? Like, Karen. When I was speaking to you quietly and politely, you're doing sorry. Now when I'm screaming, you're so aggressive. No one turns around and moves mad.
That.
Nobody.
It's exactly like that. Yeah. Obviously, minus the whips, but like anything that
they're waiting for you to just slip. They're just waiting for you. And we have to be smarter. We can't fall for it because they will take that moment and drag you.
I literally remember like when my mom and like my parents they used to tell us you have to be exceptional in everything you do,
which is annoying as well because I'm sorry, sometimes we want to be mediocre. You lot can be mediocre, so why can't we be be mediocre every day? Excellence, you know, we were born excellent, but we forgot this.
It's true. It's true, but like I can't help but feel like they're right.
What do you mean?
They're just right, because even when we're doing our own music and we're doing it at a high quality, it gets scrutinized. But true. Professor Green example and all them, by the way, great lyricists. I'm not gonna lie, when white guys come into hit like the game, they do take it seriously. Like they do.
You have to
pay their dues.
You you have to.
You know what I mean? So it's not meant in that way. You know what I mean? It's not meant in that way. But I'm just saying, clarify, they don't have that same pressure. The pressure more comes from us. Yeah. Because we're the gatekeepers, you know, because we're the pioneers. Yeah. So it comes from us, but not from their people. No. Their people, it's cool. You're hip. Like, wow. Yeah. They accept them more. They're like, oh, come in. Like, dude, like they accept them more. But when it's us, you have to be on a level, like, you have to be as appealing as Drake.
Yeah, I get you.
Even Kendrick Lamar is
not
appealing. You
love the culture, but you don't love the people that are actually the culture. We are the culture in it. So
like you have to be as appealing as Chance the Rapper or as like just name anyone that just doesn't look black. Even Kendrick Lamar, like
now I think Kendrick surpassed it because we've seen how
but like sorry.
No, you carry on. You can
no because. I'm sorry, but like on his Damn album, I'm pretty sure this is why he made the album.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure because of DNA, that newspaper clipping on the when he was doing the transition to the when he was spazzing out. He spazzed on the track. I still can't get over it. Every time I listen to it, I just go like.
Shake yourself back.
I'm gone. Because anyway,
discombobulated.
Mama hit you with some lyrical combos you can't even see coming. But like, but that this is why he said that hip hop music is bad for he said is detrimental. Is more detrimental than black. I don't know. He said something.
He said something. We need to run it.
Yeah, I've listened to this track so many times. Why can't I remember it? But like, you know what I mean? This is on.
You're in the moment right now. That's why.
Like, I don't know why I can't remember it. But he says this is why I say that hip hop is more dangerous than police. I don't know. It was something to do with police or I don't know. Something. Yeah. It was something that you think. Why would you consider hip hop to be more dangerous than this? I don't know what I can't remember what the diss actually is. Yeah. But it wasn't like in the ad-libs, Kendrick was like, fuck your life. And even him as an artist, I don't see J. Cole getting this much. Like, I don't see him, like, he can.
J. Cole won't be appreciated for a long time, I don't think.
How do you mean?
I don't know why they have this, because they're both the guys
the same
that are,
kind of.
Yeah.
They're both the same kind of.
I don't know what this running joke is about J. Cole fans versus Kendrick fans. I don't know what that is. Like, I don't know, but it could just be a competition thing, because you got obviously the Barbs and then Cardi's people. Yeah. It might just be a bit of that. So
I don't think it's as bad though. Do you think it's that bad?
No. Just a few memes here and there. But it's not that catty, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like, the point I'm talking more of is, to me, it doesn't seem that I could never imagine a newspaper, I could never imagine a newscaster saying something like, when J. Cole said this, it's more, this is why, and use him as an example of why hip hop is bad for people. Yeah. You see what I'm trying to say? Because Kendrick is dark, like, you know what I mean? Like, he is midnight. I'm joking.
No, L Sweatshirt is midnight.
Oh, my bad.
L Sweatshirt.
I think so.
Old Tyler, the Creator, old.
Oh, Tyler. So you know about midnight and like the saying, like, it's a clock face. You know about that, my friend. I actually. The only reason I know about midnight, it's only because of Theo. That's the only reason. He said it one day. I was like, what's it? Wait. I was like, what or who is midnight? Yeah. And then he's like, you know, he's like, so you know the clock face. I was like, okay, I got it. I was like, okay, I got it. That's what we had to say. He's like, you know the clock. I'm okay. I got it. Okay, now.
I'm done.
I was dead. I was like, really? But like, anyway, but more to the point that I was saying, it just seems that whenever, it does seem like it is. I'm not gonna say it does seem. It is like whenever something positive is coming out of a black movement or a black. It's I don't even consider it's music. I can't. How do you consider that a movement? I can't even see that. Like. But whenever they do something positive, it's always going to be something negative attached to it.
You have to just pin it down. Like, or even with Stormzy. Remember it was first, Stormzy's friend was in... I'm like, Stormzy doesn't even chat to him. I'm even spitting bars now. I can't even get upset.
Like, they were saying, like, there were so many things that he's saying that they were saying about Stormzy.
Yeah. Are you crazy?
Before he done that song with Ed Sheeran. When he done that song with Ed Sheeran and started doing with Little Mix and that.
That's it. You're not mistaking me for a football player, another black. I thought it was Stormzy,
What? Lukaku?
Yeah, I'm sorry. What was it? You don't know what you're doing.
Oh, shoot. Well, wait.
I think it was the Sun, probably the Sun.
Yeah, like, what did they do?
I think they used Stormzy's picture
for Lukaku? I was trying to pick which one was it too. Was it Lukaku for Stormzy or Stormzy for Lukaku?
His picture for the player. That's wild. That's wild.
They
no, don't at me. Because you lot know all your dog breeds, all your this, that. But when you want to pronounce my name in the register, is it Sophie? No, let's open our eyes. and use our brains. Let's not.
I'm not gonna.
That English racism there. No.
They do
Americans, at least they're boom, boom, bam in your face. England.
No. Oh yeah, they're subtle. They're
Oh,
subtle about it.
No, they know what they're doing. Coming to work, you have rice and stew. Oh, that's a bit funky. What have you got there?
Oh my gosh.
No.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not having it.
That's the worst one. That's the worst one. I've been through that as well, where I have to even tone down my lunches. My man, I have to make my lunches PG. Do you see how? Oh my God! I can't
make my lunch PG.
I can't, like, do you know how much sometimes, yeah? Do you know how much like, the first time, I actually did this, actually. I went, when I was in school, I was, like, my mom wanted to give me spaghetti for, like, lunch and that, like, just, I was like, no, I want Gary's, like, egusi soup.
Uncle.
Because I loved it, like, I grew up on that. So like this was like when I was like 12, 13.
Okay.
And I just came fresh. I was fresh from the as they would say, fresh off the boat. I hate that saying so much. But yeah, this was fresh. And like literally, my mom was like, I have to teach him the hard way, I guess. Because for her, it was more of a lesson. It was more of a teaching moment. For me, but I'm like, why should that be a teaching moment? Yeah. Why can't I just go in and just eat my flipping egusi soup in peace? I pulled it out. I was eating. People just laughing at me. People were like, that stinks and this and that. I'm like,
you don't know.
I'm like, you guys don't know how this stuff is. I wish I continued with the same confidence, because my confidence was harmed.
Yeah, of course.
And it wasn't helped when I got home either. My mom was like, I told you. Yeah. This is what I warned you from. And I was like, yes, but now, what do I do every time? I can't even take my, I have to eat those stuff at home. Okay. And I have to take pasta, rice, all those things that are a bit, even rice and stew. Yeah, because you're as you put, rice and stew, the way that we make it is different from them. So they even question, like, what you got? I hate it so much. If it's not Italian, if it's not Greek, if it's not something that they know. They just...
Again, you're scared of something that's new to you, instead of just educating. And some people genuinely, they might be like, oh yeah, like da-da-da-da. Yeah. But a lot of the time it's just ignorance. You don't know. So therefore...
Complete ignorance.
It's not good, or this, that. No. If everyone just took time...
But yeah, like... this shouldn't be an issue.
But it's England. As long as England is England and America is America.
But it's so low key. Like over here, like apparently over there, like it's so overt. Like they're just in your face with it. Over here, I prefer them for them to be overt. At least I know. And I'm like,
it's the subtleness that even gets you a bit more like. Yeah. I know what you do, but then because they're doing it in a sly way, for you to just.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Then it's like, oh.
This is why. Yeah. This is why I hate it. This is why when I say I prefer to live in America, people are like, why? I'm like, over here, like, for me, I think everyone's cool. I personally think everyone's cool. And then you get that one guy that just knocks you off. You don't see it coming. You know what I mean?
But you're not gonna move somewhere wild, like somewhere deep south.
No,
there.
No, I'm going to the racially accepted areas. I'm talking like New York,
Atlanta,
Los Angeles.
Thank you.
San Fran. I'm probably wrong, because these are because these areas. The Americans probably looking at me like, is this nigga for real? You want to go to San Francisco?
You go.
You go. We're gonna stay right here.
Nah.
But yeah, like speaking of America, like, do you think? I watched this documentary, like a mini documentary. You know how people do those video essays on YouTube. Okay. I watched it, and they were like saying, they were discussing, this guy wasn't they, he was just one person. He was basically discussing, the US perspective on UK grime. Okay. And it was quite interesting actually, because the points that he raised on it was that they don't take it seriously because they don't really understand. Even though we're speaking similar stories, they trip up a lot because it's not really akin to them. You know what I mean? Something like that. It's more unique because he mentioned accent, all those things, right? Okay. And he said that because they see it as a joke or they don't take us seriously, when Michael Dapper blew up, they even call him Michael Dapper.
Oh wow! Yeah,
bro, I was like, the minute I heard this for the pronunciation, like they got Big Man Shaq and Roman Shaq correct, like they got that fact. But yeah, Michael Dapper. I was like.
Wow.
I was like, bro, my man is not Dutch.
Yeah.
Relax, man. That's how you say a Dutch name. It's Michael Dapper.
Yeah. It's Ghanaian, thank you.
Yeah.
Where the Africans living in America, please.
I was in tears, but like
your friends.
I was like he also said like, you know, even with the Drake influence on the game, he hasn't really done much. And like people were making fun of Giggs when he was doing Dana. Remember when that meme was going around for ages, and like they didn't know who Giggs was. Yeah. And like but to be honest, like even I had the same problem with Giggs, because when Giggs first came out, I thought it was Ryan Giggs.
Wow.
You're the man you play.
You better hope.
I'm not joking. When I searched for Giggs, I was like, wait, Ryan Giggs is rapping now. I had to delete that tweet. It's like when I found out who it was, I had to delete that tweet. I'm not having people pull this up.
Exactly. Like, well, in 2011, you
tweeted this. Nah. But I had to delete that. Like, I had to delete that ASAP. I was like, I don't want people knowing.
Yeah, that's.
But I guess the purpose can't delete it now. I just.
Well, you baited yourself. Not gonna lie. But
anyway, but yeah, back to the point that he was making. Like, you know, when people were talking about Giggs and say, etc., this and that, he basically was saying that they took it as a joke and they could only accept Michael Dapper because it does resonate with the jokey side of the game of hip of their perspective of UK grime.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why he blew up the way he did. And we're over here, we're like, no, really?
That's not direct.
You know what I mean? Because everyone over here were pissed.
Yeah.
I know so many people. Like I'm happy for the guy, but I was like, yeah, but no, it's a bit. Yeah. It's a bit. Have you heard his new song? Like he's got a new song out.
Nah.
I don't know. I don't know his name. Like I don't know the actual name on the track, but I heard he he was saying this is the only bar that I remember. Like the only person that I praise is God.
Oh,
like, that's the only bar I remember. Like, but anyway, back to the point. But finish off the point that I was making. That I was talking about. When he was talking about in terms of the accents and all that, the one thing I think he forgets is how much of our people are from the Caribbeans and from Africa. Like, you know, maybe that's why the barrier exists. Maybe that's why people don't understand it, because our problems is more of colonialism. That's we wrap it because even though we are, we still feel like we're being colonized here. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be the same story as them being enslaved. Like over there is enslavement.
Yeah, listen, they have black universities. Like, you know, it's very different.
Yeah, but we can't even imagine having that over here.
That's what I was watching Beyonce's Homecoming thing on Netflix. I was like, if only imagine if we had full on black unis here.
Yeah.
Like, that would be mad. But again, it would never happen.
Yeah, because of
even civil rights here. I'm like, how did that even, like, what's our story? I don't know much. I would like to know. Girl's doing her research, but it's not that apparent here. It's just like, oh yeah, like, here we are kind of thing. I think with that though, one, Americans are very like, they don't want to learn, like, America is American.
Yeah.
We have everything we need to know.
Yeah.
You lot need to be palatable for us. But when it comes to grime, hip hop, okay, they might have a bit of input on that because culturally, a lot of it comes from there. But grime, no, you're not going to.
It was literally a direct rip from UK Garage.
Yeah,
it was literally. It was just with.
Then the sampling, all that from Jamaican sound systems.
Yeah, it's never. It's not even linked to the US. It's nowhere near. So
not at all. So the fact that you don't. You need to just either adapt or that's it, innit? Because we cannot change the way we speak. Especially for grime.
I don't think we can pull up
in a little. You think we can do American accent on grime, knowing that you are British? We should, huh?
I don't think.
What did they want? What did they actually want?
I'm glad you said what you just said, because it led me to ask the question: like, do we actually need to break into America?
No. I don't think we ever needed. Okay, no, that's a lie. I think I wouldn't say break, but just awareness.
Just to spread the awareness of our brand.
Yeah, this is happening, and it's cool if you're with it. Come, but not let's break to America as we were back in the day. It was a bit like, oh yeah, we'll just go to America in this. I don't know, but then you have your LMAs that. Oh yeah. If she did not go to America, would she be the LMA that we know today?
Wasn't she born there?
I don't know.
I do know. Like she did say in an interview that she grew up in New York. I believe.
Fair enough. Then,
I believe, and they moved here when she was younger. So
okay.
So she may know River Island and all them stuff. She may know about Nando's.
Still recognise.
she may know about Nando's and all
Boss
them.
man round the corner. Morley's. Do you remember us? Oysters, do you remember us? Were you there? Just do it bags back in the day. Were you there?
She can go back to New York and just blend in.
Yeah,
and just go back to their Denny's and like all those things.
Yeah.
By the way, I only know this name because of I got loads of American friends, so literally enough. I don't like so that's why anyway that's it. Anyway, so yeah. In terms of breaking into, I personally do think that we do need to.
Yeah, I'm midway with it.
Yeah, I do think that it would be beneficial.
Yes,
it would be extremely beneficial. But in terms of, let's keep it real though. Yeah, like when Drake was changing his voice to come to UK, like to become like. I hated that. I wanted his true because I was like, are you making fun of us?
Yeah.
Or are you like, because I didn't get that. So if they so it'll be very like for them to expect us to like just change our accents or do whatever like that. To me,
the whole culture should just change and shit for you
like,
to accept it.
Yeah, to me that doesn't make sense. But I do think that we should try and appeal more, like make it a bit more poppy.
I think it already is kind of a bit more. If you compare it to back in the day, it's a lot more. It's not so much like.
I still don't think it's commercial friendly. I mean, I'm using a commercial track that blew up, like your Fiago Silva, like your Funky Friday, like your That's Not Me. That is still grime sounding.
Yeah.
So it was just the sheer quality of the song and the. And like for Skepta to actually blow up, he has to make a proper commercial track. I'm talking like remember like from his 2011 album. I forgot his name. I forgot the name of it just now. I forgot the name of it, but it's got Rescue Me on it.
Yeah. Them ones with there's like a singer comes on and then it's got guitars and things like that.
Even Restry too. I don't think it's more. Would you say it's grime? I don't think.
Do you know what? He is... It's like Kano. He's kind of... But he's more... Yeah, I think they're both rooted in grime.
Yeah.
But... No, not even but. They're rooted in grime, but I would say more kind of... I think they intertwine hip-hop and grime.
Yeah.
Because have you heard Kano's new... Literally, it's sick.
It's arrived in my inbox.
It's sick.
And it's on my... It's literally on my to-do list.
I'm ready for the album.
But, yeah.
He's
dropping an album. It's definitely...
Yeah, August 30th.
Okay, thank God. That's something I'm looking forward to reviewing. That's something I'm looking forward to talking about, honestly. Like, have you... what was it? So, like, have you heard of the House of Pharaohs?
Yeah.
What do you think of them? Because their style is...
They can pop in a... But again, exposure, they haven't really...
But they do have that South London accent.
Yeah,
like,
but this... I think another thing is the swagger,
Yeah.
Because they've got that kind of streetwear, street boy kind of look.
Yeah.
So that will work for the Americans if they need... the Americans, like... Hi, guys.
Yeah.
It will work for them.
Yeah.
Whereas... the guys that just fling on a tracksuit and go, that might be too like, I don't know. Because you have to remember, they don't even, some of them are still ignorant in the sense like, there's black people in England. It's not about the Queen and tea and things like that. So the whole thing is kind of, it could be a parody for them, the whole thing these times. Because they still don't even, whereas for us, it's very real. You know what?
I'm jokingly saying this because I saw a blame chip for this.
Okay. Ooh.
Jokingly, I'm saying it jokingly. Because when he went over to America to work with T.I.
Time ago,
time ago.
We all remember.
He
Chips in Grand was it Grand Hustle?
Yeah, Grand Hustle Entertainment.
Yeah.
When T.I. was actually building that label,
like
he brought Iggy Azalea in to do what she's doing
now.
Yeah,
when she first came,
which is ratchet. He was supposed she was doing that well.
Yeah.
She done our job.
Yeah.
Chip was supposed to do grime.
Yeah, and then he didn't. Yeah.
So,
but that's the commercial aspect that you.
No, but he didn't try. He actually